Hello Virgo, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy. I'm so happy that you are here with me for your weekly reading. This is going to be for February 2nd to the 8th. So again, I really want to thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Welcome to each and every one of you. Thanks again for sharing your time and your energy here with me. We are going to get right into your reading. So let's start with collecting your angel number and message. This, of course, will be revealed at the end of the reading. All right, Spirit Guides. This reading is for the beautiful sign Virgo. What would you like to share as we move through the week? There we go. So we shall save that till the end. Let's get your angel message to start this reading off. All right, so there's messages sometimes the angels want to get out before we get into sort of the depths of your reading. So let's find out from Spirit what that message is for you for this week. Got one there, could be more. Sometimes they have multiple messages, and they do have a few for you. They have 3. All right, we'll save that one till the end. Let's start with this one here, number 32. It says, the way forward is open. Okay, so that's really nice to know. There's nothing distracting you. There's nothing closing you off here. The path that you're going on is open to discover. It says you're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. That's beautiful. All right, that's beautiful to see as we begin really the first week of February. Number 19, it looks like you might have some decisions here. So it says, make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance, pointing you towards your own joy because you deserve it. All right, nice validation there as well from your angels. And then the last one is your loved ones are safe. Number 41. Let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones because I am looking after them. So really, you're being able to release the fear here as well. So a lovely way to open up the reading here for you, Virgo. Let's now get your main energy for the week. We're focusing on the week of the 2nd of February to the 8th. Of course, on the 1st of February, we went through the full moon in Leo. So you could certainly be feeling the effects of that. That's for sure. Main energy here. You've got 2. Wow, it looks like we got some things really completing here for you. All right, but let's start with number 10, the Wheel of Fortune here. The wheel, of course, wheels, there's cycles in our life. Some of it is inevitable sometimes. But there's cycles in our life where, we complete. It's about completion. And it's funny because with number 21, the World, it is also about successful completions as well. It's putting a finality to something and seeing that the shifts and cycles that are changing in your life, it's time. Yeah, really what it's saying, the universe is just saying, you know what, it's time to start a new cycle. So let's clear some things up. The way forward is open. And the reason why the way forward is open is because cycles are shifting, things are changing, expansion is happening. And the world is just really reinforcing or trying to express to you that something is about to come to conclusion, or this week you're going to find resolutions or conclusions to something as well. So very 2 powerful cards to sort of express your energy this week. So it could be all about making that decision as well, making sure that you are choosing to prioritize yourself. Maybe you're prioritizing somebody else too, or maybe it's a decision you're making for a partnership of some sort. Whatever the case may be, with the cycles changing and some closure coming, this could be it could be very possible that this week, you are making some solid decisions. Let's look at some additional energy cards here for you, and then we're going to get right into the tarot cards. So let's see, anything else? Any other energies that Virgo really needs to know for this week? I got 2 there. it looks like you're putting things into action. And that could be because, again, the very first card that came out here was number 32, the way forward is opening, showing that there's nothing blocking your path, nothing blocking you at all at this time. So this is a great time to start to take action, you know, put things into place. And with number 1, the yang energy, this really is assertive energy. You know, it's not going with the flow. It's actually you're making the flow happen. So you're making things happen with this energy, and I think this is really important. I think with the reassurance that you have here that your loved ones are safe, that fears no longer is holding you back, whether that fear is for your loved ones or for yourself, that you can feel confident in making some sort of choice or decision because the way forward is open from here. And this really is going to revitalize your energy. It's going to reinvigorate you in such a way that you're going to want to take the appropriate action to maybe, again, let's get things going. Let's get the ball going. Let's start some processes to expand something. You know, you could be really expanding your horizons as well, looking at travel. For some of you, really, it could be, I'm looking at travel. I'm looking at a new means to travel. I'm looking to shift things in my life, and I'm ready to really move forward. Number 48, when we have the yang energy, we have this sort of masculine energy, but kind of let's take charge of the energy. You're going to feel very poised, and the poised is all about having confidence and really feeling a great sense of victory personally. You know, it's almost like a personal reward because you yourself are feeling your own courage, your own inner willpower, your own empowerment. And that really brings a lot of self-awareness and a lot of confidence. So a beautiful start to this week's reading. Let's get your tarot cards now. So with the weekly readings, I do 3 rows of 2, beginning, middle, and end of week. But always use your own intuition because, of course, these are collective this is readings for the collectives. So trust your own spiritual intuition. All right, let's start with the first 2 cards, and then we are going to clarify them. So let's start with the first 2 cards. This is for Virgo, the very first full week. Okay, you've got 2 here that go with this one, and then 1 at the top here. The Tower, we've got some big changes happening. Big changes. I think we see that with things wrapping up. With the World, that's the end of the Fool's, end of the Fool's journey. It's the end of, it is at the end of something, but the beginning of something new. Wrapping things up. The Wheel is again showing you that something is transforming in your life. There's cycles in your life that are changing. And the Yang energy is very, very much, it can very much be like Aries energy or very energetic. And the Tower card is ruled by Mars as well. So I feel like there's a high energy around you. And the Tower card at number 16 is really showing you that something in your life is changing, not just like at a superficial level, but it's changing at the foundation. There's something that needs to be built here, and it needs to be built stronger. And this week, you have the opportunity to really capitalize on this Tower moment, because if you embrace the changes and embrace the transitions, it's just going to build, again, it's going to build that much more strength. So underneath there, Spirit wants you to have a Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. So very spiritual, very intuitive are both of these cards. Now we'll start with the High Priestess because this is really trusting in your own intuition, and I do believe that you are being guided. Okay, you are being guided. You're being guided through the changes and transitions, even though sometimes they can feel a little challenging. You have confidence, and you have courage, and you have strength. You have the determination. And the High Priestess really shows that it's time to trust in this process, trust in what's coming your way, because it's opening up something really incredible for you. You are not trapped. And the Tower moment shows you that you aren't trapped, because you are, if you are able to embrace the changes, you will no longer feel that energy. So trust in your intuition. And the Queen of Wands, she is very much Yang energy. She is a go-getter. She certainly has her eye on the prize. She knows what she wants. She's going to go after it. She's ready for the adventure. And I honestly feel like she's almost ready to take a little bit of a risk. She's ready to she's kind of ready. She spiritually feels the energy of a shift, and she's ready to move with it. All right, so I do believe that that could be your energy at this time. Remember, there's no gender with these cards. So let's start with the Tower card. There's big changes happening. Holding on tightly. So what the universe is saying is, yes, you hold on tightly to a lot of things in your life, but there's something in your life, something to do with stability or structure in your life that is ready for a redo or a change, a transition. And it could be a financial change for some of you. You could be, again, it could result in anything that you feel like you're holding on tightly to. So it could be even your belief system, or, you've had this sort of, plan in which you were going to do something and you've been holding tightly onto it. But the universe is trying to show you that there is some sort of shift or some sort of change. With the World card, the Wheel card as your main energies. The Tower card is showing that something needs to come, you need to put closure to something. No more round and round energy, no more never-ending stories. Allow the universe to show you where you need to release certain things to embrace this moment of change and transition. It looks like it happens sort of at the beginning. A lot of this could be because of that full moon in Leo as well. A lot of shifts and changes take place. Let's look at the clarifier for the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. This is for Virgo. Just one, thank you. And you got the World card again. So you see there's something, your world is really changing. There's lots of things. I think there's a lot of positive things to embrace. I think that this is going to require you to really stay strong. I think that this is a time where your confidence is going to just continuously build. And I think that by the time you feel the change and see the change taking place, you're going to feel, I honestly feel like some of you are going to feel like this is great, because now I feel like I can truly have a fresh start where I can build the strength and foundation in my relationships, with my family, with work, with my career goals, with my investments. I can build everything so much stronger because I'm allowing something to complete here. I'm bringing something to fruition. And I think spiritually, and I think internally, I think you already can feel that energy. And I do believe that you are very highly motivated to kind of reach this chapter. You've kind of reached the end, and you're ready for this cycle change. Let's look at the next two cards. This is the middle of the week. And one more, please. There we go. All right. We've got slow and steady. I think there is choices and decisions, absolutely. Just like they said, you're going to have to make a decision. Yes, there is going to be some sort of course of decision here. I almost feel like, again, and I've been saying this for a little while, whether or not you're moving or whether you've been thinking or contemplating some sort of big move in your life, you've been holding on tightly, so you've been thinking about it, but there's something that's prevented you from taking or making that shift or change. I feel like the energy this week could be really pointing you in a direction to show you that the way forward is open and that it is time to make this decision. The Knight of Pentacles, I do believe, is you showing up in your reading. I think that you are slow and steady to move, but I think that it's because you're building a stronger foundation. Again, you're planting seeds for something. There's something new that's developing here. And when you make the decision or the finality to it, it's something that I think really can build a lot of prosperity and a lot of, solid structures in your life. So it could be relationships again. You're forming new relationships. You're forming something new where I feel you're highly motivated to take the plan and kind of run with it. But it's slow and steady progress. It's slow and steady building. And the Two of Pentacles underneath it is that there's going to be some choices and decisions that are going to be required on your part. For some of you, I think the reason why maybe it's taken you this time to get where you are here is because you've had to juggle a lot of things, or you know that you're going to have to juggle a lot of things if you commit yourself to sort of this new way forward. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles. And you got the Ten of Swords. So there's a blessing that comes with it, but again, it's not an easy choice. It's not an easy time. There is something that you do have to let go of. This Ten of Swords means something is truly, there is the end of something. but you're building something stronger. And again, I really think it has something to do with your foundation. Maybe it's where you live, where you work. There's changes that are moving into your environment, and it's really asking you to kind of figure out what it is you need to do to move with this energy, because it's time for these cycles to change. There's a whole new shift happening here for you. And even though in the moment it can feel a little overwhelming because it's the Ten of Swords, there is actually multiple blessings that are actually, proposed here in this card. So I'm feeling a lot of like closure with something. Let's get the Two of Pentacles, because that's about making decisions. And you see, you got a lot of 10s in your reading. So 10 is a very important part of your path this week, along with number 21. So I want you to keep those as very important numbers right now. But now you got the 10 of Wands. So see, you're juggling because there's heavy responsibilities and it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, because I do believe that there is some sort of decision, and it could be a decision where there's a timeline. Maybe there is some sort of time factor attached to it. And when that happens, we feel the pressure, because I think that I think you already can feel the energy because of your intuitive, your intuitive nature. Also your seeker of information. I think you know what you need to do, but it's coming to the finalization and actually putting it into progress. Let's see what the next two cards are. We want to see the juggling come to an end. That's something you do need to let go of, and that's where you will find your blessings. There's the one. Let's get the second one, please. Second one for Virgo, please. All right. They want me to take the last one there. You've got big transformations taking place here. Big transformations, and we see it. There's a very clear message here, and that is that the way forward is open, that you no longer need to feel trapped. But it's a matter of you being able to shift your mindset so that you can accept that something is time to let go and it's time to move forward. There is nothing blocking you. There is nothing distracting you from this. The Seven of Cups are the things that we want in life, sometimes the things we don't want in life. It's our illusions or our delusions. It can be castles in the air, all of the things that we dream of, all the things that we want. And I really feel like there's something that's really weighing you down. So emotionally, you could be feeling it, the pressures, but also your workload could also feel heavy at this time. And you could be juggling the practicality and also the things that you dream about. So you could be really juggling that as well with that Seven of Cups. But there's a change happening, there's a shift happening, because number 13, the Death card, shows that there is an ending. So something certainly is coming to an end, and I think that there's something new to really look forward to. I think I want to reiterate this because Spirit wants me to hold these up again. They want you to know not only are your loved ones safe, but you can let go of fear. There's nothing to be fearful here because these changes are meant for you. They're part of your journey. You own these. These are personal. It's time for you to make a decision, because when you do prioritize yourself, and I'm not talking about anybody else in this situation, I'm talking about putting yourself first. I think that you will find joy, because this is something that you're actually deserving of. This foundational change that's happening for you is something that is destined for you. And there are so many possibilities and opportunities that are available to you at this time. And Spirit just wants you to know that the way forward is open and that you're not alone on this spiritual journey. Let's get your Seven of Cups. Let's find out what the clarifier is with the Seven of Cups. There we go. And you got the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life is about all the hopes, the possibilities, the things that build strong structures in our life. Now, the Tree of Life is a card that's not in a regular tarot deck. It's only in the Tarot of Dreams deck. So it's a very unique card. It's created specifically for this deck. And it's funny because this is the Tarot of Dreams deck with the Tree of Life, and this is the card of the things that we dream about. It's sometimes they're things that are illusions. They're the things that we dream of, and sometimes they're things that, aren't always, make sense. But the Tree of Life is about connections. It's about the connectivity in our life and what it is we need to do to bring something, to bring our Tree of Life to life. And I feel like there is something shifting here for you. And I believe that your tree of life is an opportunity. I think it's those opportunities because the way forward is open. You know, the opportunities and possibilities are really limitless here with the tree of life. I think this is also about prioritizing things in your life as well. You know, when you're able to prioritize, it makes the burdens feel less. But there's shifts. You have a big shift happening. I almost feel like by you letting go of something and embracing the change, you're going to see how wonderful your world changes. There's something to look forward to here. Let's get that Death card. You did get the Five of Cups here. So the Five of Cups, the Five of Cups can be feeling a little bit isolated. It can be feeling a little bit lonely. There is a change happening here. And I feel like the change that's happening could be that, you know, you have been maybe going at things alone. Whether or not you can be in a partnership and still feel like there's an emotional journey that you're trying to somewhat tackle on your own. Not all is lost in this Five of Cups because there's two cups behind you that are shining bright, but this is a time where there's transition, and I think this is an emotional transition. Let me get one more card. Spirit guides. I think there's a lot of emotions going on right here for you, and I think this is why the Tower moments are happening, Virgo. This is a very impactful week, and the cards are really expressing that. The changes that are happening in your life, what's coming to an end is that it's time for you to heal. It's time for you to let go of what emotional burden you've been carrying, because it's time for you to build and think of yourself. You know, it's when the card here that said, are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? And what these cards are telling me is that it's time to prioritize your own wellness, your own well-being. And there's something that you must let go of. You can't hold on to it anymore. I'm going to get one more card. And the Queen of Coins, and I believe that that is you. A big restructure, a new plan coming into play here. And I feel like there's a lot of healing. There is a lot of healing energy here, Virgo. Remember, there is a chapter in your life that really, this chapter has to come to a close. And when you finally feel the release of that, you will no longer feel like there is, you know, swords in your heart. That you will see that there are actually beautiful connections around you. There are people that you don't see right now because you are trying to heal. But when you finally can feel the freedom of and lifting those burdens, it's like you now can really, you know, really be who you truly are. You know, there's no illusions anymore. You know exactly where you want to go. You know exactly the way forward. Because the forward movement and path opens when you're able to finally release and let go of whatever pain or hurt has been preventing you from that. Deep messages this week. You'll have to let me know if that makes sense for you. Again, remember, these are collective readings, so please take the parts of the reading that resonates with you. We're gonna just get a super attractor card. Let's see what Spirit wants to share with you, and then we're gonna get right into your angel number and message. So let's see. We've got one there. We've got two messages here. Let's start. It says, the universe powerfully responds the instant I realign with love. What this is the universe wants you to know that it will respond to you. And the minute that you can start to really stop juggling, start realigning things, and start healing, that you will see that the universe is responding. They are going to help you shift in a positive way. And it's interesting that you got true manifestations with this as well. It says, true manifestations are powered by service and love. And that's what we need to heal here for you. You know, this is what you need to heal for you. Spirit, that was Spirit saying they want to help you in this journey, to help you heal, and to know that on this path that you are loved and safe. All right, so the numbers that I really want you to keep in mind, number 21 for sure, and definitely number 10. I do see some 2s as well, but I really want you to concentrate more on the 10s and the number 21. Now let's look at this card. You've got release, and it makes a lot of sense because there is a lot of release, restructure, and change happening here. 999, balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. And it says your current circumstances are ending so that you might take advantage of better ones. That's the forward, the door. The way forward is open. It says, if you are experiencing a significant change or conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles, which is the wheel, or chapters may be helpful. How can you make room for something new to emerge? Because something new wants to emerge, but you have to have the strength, which I think you do, and the courage to release. I want to thank you very much, Virgo, for joining me. This was a bit of a heavy reading, I know, but I think that there's also a lot of light encased in this as well, and I hope you find the illumination in it. Thank you again for being here. Please let me know if you liked the reading in the comments. I truly appreciate that. Please like, share, subscribe, and until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.